Good afternoon, everybody. We are now talking with Dan Olma. He's part of our engineering team, and Dan's going to explain to us exactly what's going on with this little setup here and why. So Dan, what are we doing here?
Well, this is our test setup for opening and closing doors. What it allows us to do is to test the bearings, door structure, closers, mag locks, all kinds of stuff. So this is kind of our generic test rig for door testing. As you can see, it moves a piston. The piston opens the door, and the piston itself is controlled through air actuator at the top of our setup rig here. And we have brains attached to that allow us to program for different variables. So in this particular setup, we have a couple different sensors that sense when the door opens and when the door closes. And at this point here, all we're doing is cycling the door.
Okay, what are you testing today? What are we trying to understand?
So right now we're doing two things. We got a new bearing set up for the pivot. That's up here in this door section right here. So we have that guy cycling. We also have a change from one of our vendors on the closer here, and we're testing that to make sure it meets all of our specifications and what we tell our customers our system can do.
So is that this thing down here that we're testing?
So this one here is their setup with their bearing. And basically what it does is as the door opens and closes, this rolls along the interior part of this track. Currently what we're doing is testing a track design that's an in-house design as opposed to from what they're including in their system. Both of these tests will allow us to determine what's the best path or action to go with in future designs.
So how long will this test run here?
So we're going to run it for a minimum of 250,000 cycles. What we determine or kind of guesstimate is around a 5-year plan for a door. We do have some units out there that go beyond that, and we have most of our commercial units will be less than that. So that works out to it's 50,000 a year, so 137 cycles, I think, a day, which is an awful lot for a commercial type setup. So.
Okay. And how have things been going so far with testing not only the in-house design but the OEM design?
Both so far are performing above expectations, which is awesome.
Great.
What we want to hear.
Great. Okay. Thanks a lot.